general get together. You guys are videotaping. I can give a brief synopsis of what you're seeing.
Okay. That would be great.
Okay, so what you're looking at is a 3D printer, and basically what it does is, in layman terminology, it draws a picture, moves up a little bit, draws another picture on top of it until we have a fully 3D printed object. Basically, you take any CAD file, any computer-aided design file, slice it up into... Oh, I should definitely keep this away. Slice it up into something called G-code, which is basically directions, toolpath instructions for the machine, and then it just feeds that to the printer, either in real time or using an SD card. And so, right now it's feeding it in real time from this computer to this machine, and it's going to keep on doing so until we have a finished object, which we're hoping to be a bracelet.
Awesome.
Now, I just got this design from a community-based design repository called Thingiverse.
So you just downloaded it?
I just downloaded. I downloaded a bracelet.
Sent it straight to the printer.
Yeah.
And can I ask you a couple questions?
Yes.
So where are we?
We are at Noisebridge Hackerspace.
This guy's a journalist.
Oh.
Yeah, he is.
Not really.
Where are we?
So we're at Noisebridge Hackerspace. This is basically a collaborative workspace. Anyone can come in here. It's totally free, and it's just community-based workspace where you can just get some work done, talk with other people. There's lots of different groups. We've got a woodworking area. We've got a kitchen. We've got a laser cutting room, 2 multi-purpose classrooms, a dark room and photo optics lab, our 3D printing setup right here, lots of general workspace, and a electronics hacking laboratory.
And you are?
I'm Elija Post. I'm just another dude.
Cool. And
just work with the
this
3D
3D printer is the?
This is a MakerBot Cupcake CNC. And it is an older design. This is no longer in production. But basically, this is like kind of one of the first really affordable examples of kind of a...
$1,500.
This was $1,500. Now they're a lot cheaper. Really affordable example of a consumer-directed mass-market 3D printer. It's based off of RepRap design. This is the idea of RepRap is a machine that prints itself, and you can see all these color parts are basically printed on another 3D printer. When these printers are finished being put together, we're probably going to print more printer parts.
Machines making machines.
Precisely.
So I was in here the other day, and
embrace your new overlords.
There was a young guy in here who was printing parts for this. Yeah, I believe Leo.
Yeah.
And it really excited me. I talked to him a bit about it, and it's really cool.
I'm in the process of building 3 of these guys. 1 for myself, 2 that will be available here for public use.
How much would it cost to build one? Not the MakerBot.
Knee-jerk reaction, $500 to $800. For me, it's going to be closer to $800 because I don't like to solder.
Of course.
If you want to do some soldering, then it's going to be a lot cheaper. But I like to get my stuff pre-assembled.
Could you give me a quick rundown on the components?
Basically, you have a motherboard. It's sending commands to X, Y, and Z axis motors. This board here controls the extruder, which is a 4th motor in the mechanism. This is just a power relay. In later, Andrew, can you hand me a wrist? Very smart. Thank you very much. In other versions, like on the RepRap, you use a different board which has. Okay, this is. Thank you. Anyway, let me grab one that's down here. That's easier. I'm not gonna mess it. Oh, okay. Alright, so here we go. This one is just a bit easier to grab. Well, this electronics, which fits in the palm of my hand, basically does the job of all of this. It's just in a smaller, compact size. So this is what we use when we're building RepRap procedurals most commonly. There's all sorts of different electronics, but this is the RepRap Arduino Mega Holo Shield.
Arduino.
RAM. So it's built on top of an Arduino Mega, which is a standard microcontroller that you can get pretty much anywhere. It's a very common thing. And built on top of it is our RepRap stuff, and built on top of that are these little drivers. So this board, this big board here, each of these 3, you have 1, 2, 3 right here, does the same job. This does the job of that, and then the rest of the board does the job of this. And so this is,
evolution.
Yeah.
What all tools could someone at home use to create the files to then share on Thingiverse?
Any CAD program, as long as you can export it to .stl.
So like SketchUp?
SketchUp, I use SketchUp. I'm a recovering SketchUp user.
And you think it's pretty usable for like young kids? You think kids could make things?
Oh yeah, I've been using SketchUp since 7th grade, and I'm a senior in high school right now. It's not that difficult to make things out of SketchUp, and you just need to abide a few design rules. Like it has to be a mesh, a kind of just a mesh with nothing on the inside, unless you really know what you're doing. Like if you're trying to make a container of some sort. But really, it's drop dead simple. And now there are things like Tinkercad. If you Google Tinkercad up, it's basically an online CAD program. It's pseudo-CAD. It's even easier than SketchUp. That's what it is. It's so easy that I can't personally figure out the logic behind it. But what I've heard from people who are new to CAD is that it's very easy to design stuff.
Okay. One more question.
These are good questions.
Thanks. Where do you see your insight? Where do you see the future of 3D printing going in like a year? I mean,
in a year?
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to say, but it's looking like there are more and more mass market 3D printers that are going to be on the market that are cheap and easy to use. And so I think at this point you're going to see 3D printers will slow. I think maybe not in a year, but in the next decade, I think 3D printers like this one will become ubiquitous.
You think we're gonna get pretty soon, like just a plug and play, like buy it from the store option for a 3D printer?
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
Kind of like an easy bake oven, easy bake printer for 10-year-olds.
I mean,
like plug it into your computer and you're good to go. Plug it into your iPad, whatever.
There's a great number of both educational breakthroughs that need to happen. Mostly that the technology exists. Most people don't know that this exists.
Now they're quickly becoming aware, but you're right. A lot of people still are surprised. They're like, oh wow, you can print something.
Like I've talked to a few people about 3D printing, and they're like, oh, is that like you have a piece of paper and it's got some three-dimensional object? You need 3D glasses to look at it. No, this is like actually it's replication. This is straight out of Star Trek. That's what these are. These are replicators. And right now you're looking at an event that happens every Wednesday night here at Noisebridge called Replicator Wednesday.
Oh, really? What time?
These are all replicators. Every Wednesday, around evening, 6 o'clock to 9 o'clock p.m., this is what we come here to do. We come here to work with replicators and replicate things.
Cool.
I'm actually going to leave that on.
Well, hey, thank you so much for answering questions. And if somebody just wanted a basic rundown on this kind of technology to learn, like where would they go online to start?
There's a few places that you can go online. You can check out RepRap, which is what MakerBot, all this stuff is based off of. It's based off the RepRap project, which was originally a university research project in England. So if they check out reprap.org, RepRap stands for Replication Rapid Prototyping, REPRAP.org. That will talk about kind of the conceptual stuff and how to build and how to learn about RepRap stuff. You can also always check out MakerBot's website. They have very simplified terms for basically what's going on here.
Awesome.
Yeah, basically.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, no problem.